Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Myself Ashwin Nayak. From today's class, we start about the ninth standard social science from the history part, and then second chapter name is the medieval India and political transition. The history second chapter medieval India and political transition. In this chapter, we are learning the main objectives. At the first one, the Rajput Dynasty enrolled in the North Indian, and then contributions of this Rajput kings to literature and art and architecture, and the several arrival of Turks, the impact of Muhammad Ghazni and Muhammad Gauri invasion, the establishment of Delhi Sultan, their administration and their contribution. So these are all points we have to learning in this chapter. The main objectives of this chapter is the medieval India and political transition. And the next, so why we are called the medieval India is the transitions of this period. So why? Because the period of between the second half of the 12th century and the first half of this the 13th century is recognized as the transition period in the India, because the tradition period indicate the preparedness of the society to enter from to that one era to another era. In the transition period, the Indian society entered the medieval period from the ancient period. And then the Turks broke the political system of this kingdom. They also established an empire which had a strong centralized power to the structure, and the monotheism is expounded in the field of religion due to the influence of the Islam. So all these developments that indicate the beginning of the medieval period in India. And then the role of the role of small kings is called the multi-state political system. The study of multi-state, the political system can be started with the study of Rajput Dynasties. India from the 9th century to the 13th century. Rajput Dynasty. So after the role of Vardhanas, Satnaveshwara, the most of western and northern India was ruled by Gurjara Pratihara, Chandels of Bundelkhandas, Gharwals, Solankis, and Paramaras, and many other Rajput dynasties has to ruled on this Rajput. The Rajput kings likes that the Prithviraja Chauhan, Jayachandra Gharwal, Paramara the Deva Chandels were the powerful king of this northern part of India in Rajput dynasties. So in this Rajput dynasties, we have to study it in that the Gurjara Pratihara, Chandels of Bundelkhands, Gharwals, Solankis, and Paramaras. At that first one, the Gurjara Pratiharas. Let us start now. The information about the first dynasties in this Rajput, Gurjara Pratiharas. So Nagabhatta is the founder of these dynasties. And then they found back to the free. So Nagabhatta is the founder of these dynasties. At the captain city of this Gurjara Pratihara was Kanauj. There were the Nagabhatta, Mehra Bhoja, and Mahendra Pala was the most powerful king in this Gurjara Pratiharas. And the last king, he was the Mahipala. And then the Pratiharas ruled Sindhu region by thus keeping Kanauj to their capital city. They fought back to the frequent of Arab attacks. So when they found back to that frequent to that Arab attacks, the Pratihara ruled from the Sindhu region. Look at that map. So Sindhu region by the keeping Kanauj as there in this capital city. And then look at that. He was the Mihira Bhoja and Mahendra Pala. So these two members was very powerful ruler of these dynasties, had defeated to the Palas of Bengal and had expanded their Pratihara's kingdom till Bengal. An Arab traveler named Suleiman had visited the court of Mahira Bhoja and has appreciated them to the appreciate him to the Gurjara Pratihara dynasties. So Pratihara rule declined during the rule of Mahipala. So Mahipala is the last king of these Gurjara Pratiharas who succeeded the Mahendra Pala. So ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ the Gurjara Pratihara, this concept is over. And then Gharwalas. And the next second one, the Rajput Dynasties, that is the Gharwalas. The founder of this dynasty he was the Chandradeva, ruled the northern Indian keeping Varanasi as his capital city. The famous king Govinda Chandra and the last king of this Garhwal Jayachandra. So Govinda Chandra he expanded his rule till Malwa to Magadha by defeated the Palas. He also defeated the king of Kalinga and Odisha. The rule of Kashmir, Gujarat and Chola had cordial relationship with the Govinda Chandra. And then the third one Rajput dynasty, that is the Paramaras. So in this Paramaras came to the prominence after the decline of Pratiharas. Upendra Krishnaraja, the feudatory king of Rashtrakutas, founded these dynasties. Dharanagar was their capital. The Bhoja is the most powerful king of these Pratiharas dynasties. And then he expanded the Paramara state by defeated the Kalyani Chalukyas, Kalinga, Gangas and North Konkanas. Through the Bhoja experienced high fly down to the political space, he remained undefeated in the area of literature. He himself he was a he was a poet. And then king who came after were the weak Paramaras dynasties were declined. So this is the informations of this Paramaras. And then the fourth one Rajput dynasty, that is the Solankis. Mola Raja is the first founder of this dynasty, and then through the Bhima, first is the most famous king of this dynasties, and this capital city was Anilwada. So in these famous kings of this Solankis, the Bhima first, Mola Raja second, and Virardhavala was the prominent king of the Solankis, and the last king Karnadeva is the last king of this dynasties. And then the Solankis through Bhima first is the most famous king from these dynasties. He could not protect their Somanatha temple and Ghaznis the invasion. Look at that picture. So how did Ghazni invasion? He has to destroy this some of this face. And then Solankis, the Mula Raja second that defeated the Muhammad Ghazni near at Abu. During the rule of this dynasty, the famous Jain scholars Hemachandra complete a Prakruta dictionaries Deshimala. And then Solankis, Ulaf Khan, Nasrud Khan, the military general of this Alauddin Khilji, that defeated Karnadeva and made the kingdom of Solankis a part for Delhi Sultans. And the next one, the fifth one, Rajput Dynasties. The fifth one Rajput Dynasties is that is the Chandelas. Chandelas. And the fifth one, the famous uh, Rajput kingdom, is that the founder of Nanaku is the founder of this dynasties. The capital Khajuraho and Mahob is the capital city of these Chandelas. The famous king Dhanga and the last king Veeravarman. So Dhanga is the most powerful king of these Chandelas. In the beginning, the Chandelas were the hereditary king of these Pratiharas. So after the decline of Paramaras, the Dhanga declared himself to independent. He took over the eastern part of this Paramara kingdom and extended his kingdom by defeated the Pala and Ardras. Dhanga, who had the title Maharaja di Raja, extended military assistance to Hindu Shashi king Jayapala to the fight back attacking Turks. Finally, due to the infighting and lack of unity among this Rajput, the Khilji Sultan conquered this kingdom. And the last Rajput dynasties, that is the Chauhanas. The Chauhanas dynasties is the most prominent among the Rajput. The root of this dynasty is visible during the 7th century. The founder of this Chauhanas is Vigraha Raja II, and then captain city has to rule from that Ajmer. And this Chauhanas, the popular king prominent to that Ajay Raja, Vigraha Raja IV, and then Prithvi Raja III. He was the prominent king to ruling on these Chauhanas dynasties. And the last king of this Chauhanas is that the Prithvi Raja III. Look at that. In this Chauhanas, he has to war in the first Tarain war. Prithviraj Chauhan defeated to that Muhammad Ghori at that Tarain place. So Ghori wanted to extend his Ghor kingdom towards to the Sindhu religion. So at that time, the first Tarain war will be the started. And then another next time, the second Tarain war. The Muhammad Ghori, who was several wounded in this battle, the led another attacks towards to the Delhi in the following year. He defeated Prithviraj Chauhan at the Tarain, the very place of the previous battle. Prithviraj is an embodiment of this Rajput, the valor and the bravery. So this reason it is to started on this the second Tarain war, the Gori Muhammad to the Prithviraja Chauhan to fight against in the war name is Tarain war in the second war. And then Rajputs we have to see there. So what was the literary contributions of this Rajput dynasties? The kings like Bhoja and then Manja have written the various literary works in these Rajput dynasties. The king Manja had poets Padmagupta and Halayuda in its court. The king Bhoja and expanded is this royal patronage to the Jain scholars Shanti Sena and then Prabhachandra Suri and then Ghanapala during these rules. And then the what are the famous literary works of this Rajput? So which are the famous literary works of this Rajput? Look at that slides. Jayadeva wrote on the works of Gita Govinda, Bharavi, Kiratarjuniya, Bhartruhari, Ravanavada, Mahendra Palas, Kavya Vimamse, Rajashekara, Bala Ramayana, and Karpura Manjari, and some others literary works we have to see there in this Rajput dynasties. And some others, Kalhana, Jainikas, Hemachandra, Prithviraj also write on the Chand Bardai and Boja Prabandha by this Ballala. And some others literary works too famous for this in this Rajput dynasties. And then look at that. And then Rajputs he has to give on to the educational institutions of this Nalanda. Kashi, Vikramanshila, Ujjaini, the received the supported of these education institutions of this Rajput. And then what are the art and architecture field to contribution about that Rajput? Look at that picture. The Rajput king constructed the spacious fort in the Chittod, Ranatambora, Jodhpur, and Gwalior of this northern India. And then the another one architect to field contribution is that they built palace in the Jaipur, the Gwalior, and then Udaipur. And the next one, Dilwara temple. Look at that picture. So this is the Dilwara temple, Vimala temple, Lona in the Varanasi temple were built on Abdul Milton Abu. All these are beautiful and known for this architecture Chandelas built by Gandhariya's temple in Khajuraho. And then another one, art field. The painting style of this period classified as Rajasthani painting style and Paharari painting style in this Rajput contribution. And then another one, the Rajasthani painting style can be seen on Mewar, Mukainer, Jodhpur, Jaisalmer and Boni. And then the Paharari painting style can be seen in Kazoli, Jumma and Garhwal. So these are all information about the Rajput dynasties in his sub dynasties as Gurjara Pratihara, Garhwal, Paramara, Solanki and then Chandela and then Chauhanas. So there were the six sub Rajput dynasties in this medieval period. And then what was the contributions to the Rajput in this literary field, art and architecture field? So in these are all informations we have to studying on this the Rajput dynasty. So these are all like this. The Rajputs have the special place in this the history of India. So this is the informations about the Rajput dynasty. In my next class to discuss to the arrival of Turk Gori Muhammad and Muhammad Ghazni ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. Thank you for watching these videos.